Right, let's start today's session. See, in the last lecture of Python, we were discuss about Python introduction, and also we have seen Python features, and we download and install Python software, right? So to check the version of Python, just simply go to the command prompt and then type Python space -- version. So I have already download and install Python software so that when we go to command prompt, and you will see the version is like this: Python space -- version. We are getting 3.1, 3.5. This is the latest version we installed. Now, in today's lecture, I'm going to show you how many possible ways to write Python program and execute. So, which is the best option to write Python code and execute, I'll discuss. That means which version is the best version, which editor is the best editor. So let's talk about that. Different ways, different ways to write Python code and execute. Different ways to write Python code and execute. So first option, using interactive mode. Second option, using script mode. Third one, using Python IDLE. Fourth one, using PyCharm editor. This is our editor. So using this editor only, I'm going to show you all the examples. Okay, so first let me discuss first these three options. So using interactive mode and script mode, Python IDLE. After that, finally, we will launch PyCharm editor. Then from there onwards, I use PyCharm editor only continuously. This is one of the best editor to write Python programs. Okay, so first let's see interactive mode. Already we installed Python, right? So once we install Python software, the default editor you will get. The default editor name is ideally Integrated Development Learning Environment. Yes, Integrated Development Learning Environment. So this is the editor which is by default with by default you will get this editor tool once we download and install Python software. So ideally software. So first option I'm showing using interactive mode. So to write the Python code using interactive mode, simply you need to go to search box and ideally you just type ideally. So there is ideally software is there, Python 3.13, and click on that and you will be able to see the one window like this is interactive window. So this is ideally interactive window which we open. So interactive window means just you can interact by typing some code here, press enter, you will get output. Or else you can write the logic programming A10 B20 C equal to A plus B, and then see we are getting the result. This is interactive mode. So interactive mode in the sense, just try to interact with this window and type the code and press enter. As soon as when we hit the enter button, automatically you will get the result here. So in this interactive mode, there is no IntelliSense options. Means whenever you type the logic, there is no suggestions and IntelliSense options are not going to display here. And that means error indication will not be there. If you are doing any mistake, for example, I'm writing print hello. So this is actually wrong because I wantedly use P letter capital, but according to Python print function, P letter will be small. So there is no error indication, right? Even though I included P letter capital. So press enter, you will see the error is coming now this time. So letter P is small letter. So this is Python is a case sensitive, right? I said already. So you cannot get any alert or indication like error indication what mistakes you are doing. So this is not recommend at beginning level of programming, because there is no intelligence, error indication will not be there, and you should write your own way. So at least once you got the clarity about Python syntaxes and rules and regulations, then you go with any editor, any option like interactive mode, script mode, or ideally something like that. But initial stage of learning Python, I strongly recommend to use a proper editor like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code. So this is interactive window. Do you want to continue? Here, no need to save the complete file, complete program with the .py extension, sir. Yes, no need to save. Just go with the flow by typing the code and press enter. You will get the output instantly. So this is first option in the different ways to write Python code and execute. That is interactive mode only. Next, I'm showing script mode. Script mode in the sense you need to type Python code completely and you must save the file with .py. So once you're ready with your script file like .py file, then later you can execute that script file. So let me show you how to write Python code using script mode and run. So for this script mode, I'm just opening a new notepad window, because notepad is also one of the plain text editor. So here you can write Python code. But I don't suggest you to write Python code in Notepad also, because even in Notepad there is no intelligence and error indications. No, not at all. So that's what I don't recommend. So first let's try to type some print. I'm writing here, welcome to Python full stack sessions. Just I'm giving some statement like this. So this is not Python code, right? Yes, when it will become Python code, whenever you save this file with .py extension. Yes, you have to save this file with .py extension only. Okay, so Control S, save changes. Yes, saving is important. So file menu, click on save. So where you need to save means anywhere you can use. Any location you can choose. For example, I'm choosing the location is desktop, and in this desktop, I'm trying to save the file with the test.py. Py is mandatory. .py. .py means it's a Python file. Your program name, you can take any name, test or sample or anything, no problem. Test.py only I'm using. Click on save it. Once you click on save, close this file. Now you can see in the desktop, you are observing test.py file is ready. So this test.py file, you have to run it. How to run it? So there are two options are there to execute this test.py file again. Option number one, either you can execute this test.py file using command prompt or Python ideally software. Any ways it is possible. Let me show you both options. First, I'll show you how to run this script file test.py using command prompt. Okay, let's go to search and type command, and you will be able to see command prompt and open it now. So this is the command prompt window. But your file is present in which location? Desktop, right? Yeah. So you have to move towards desktop. But in my computer right now, the desktop is present in OneDrive location. So I'm trying to move towards OneDrive first. Okay, in this location only we have desktop. So cd space OneDrive. Cd means change directory. OneDrive means it is OneDrive only. Yes, OneDrive. I moved successfully into OneDrive. Here I have to move towards desktop. So now you can see cd space desktop, change a directory space desktop only. So press enter, cd space desktop. Okay, so means press enter. We have successfully moved into desktop. Why we should move towards desktop? Because in the desktop only the file is present, like test.py file is present, sir. So now run the application and check Python space test.py. Python is a command. Why? Because we are executing Python program only. So that Python space test.py is your program name or file name. Press enter. You got the output here. Welcome to Python full stack sessions are coming like this. Or else you can give shortcut like py space test.py. Py is Python command, test.py is a command file name. Py space test.py. So you can see we're getting welcome to Python full stack sessions like this. So very clearly we are getting the statement, right? Fine, no problem at all. So this is the way to execute Python program already, which we have written in Notepad and save with .py. But is that compulsory to execute this file with command prompt? No, you can also use ideally software. Yes, this software by default, this is the editor tool, right? Ideally, this editor tool through also we can able to run that. So let's see how we can able to run that already available script file test.py file using editor tool. Like ideally, we'll check it once. So let's see how I'm checking. So let's go to ideally first. And we open ideally, by default, you will get interactive window, right? So in this window, you can able to type the code, but I'm not trying to type the code here because I have already script file in my desktop location that I want to open it. How to open it? File menu, open. Once you click on open, then you can move to the desktop. Just I'm moving to the desktop and test.py is available. This is test.py. Once you select the test.py and open it, now you can see the code which we have written already. It is opening now. Print welcome to Python full stack sessions. Now let's run this. How to run this? Simply go to the run menu. There is a run menu option is there and run module, or else you can hit the F5 button from keyboard. So as soon as when we click on run, then we got the output here. Welcome to Python full stack sessions. So this is another option. You have to execute your already available test.py file in Notepad. So you can use the ideally software or you can use the command prompt, no problem. But uh, if we go through third option, look at this. This third option is Y means instead of writing code in Notepad and moving towards command prompt, okay, here and there, no need to move, right? So if any errors occur in command prompt window, again, then you have to go to a Notepad and you have to open the file and check that error correction, all these things. So it is typical here and there, no need to move. So can't we do all these things like creating Python file, writing the Python program and saving the changes and run the application? Yes, it's only one location is possible. That is what I'm showing. Option number 3, using Python ideally. Using Python ideally, integrated development learning environment. So if you use this ideally directly, what will happen, there only you can write the code and uh, save the code and run the code. All are possible. Python ideally through. So let's see how I'm doing all in one location. Go back to ideally software, but it will open interactive window, but I need to create a new file here. So let's go to the new file menu. Now I'm not opening the file because if you have already existed file, you can go through open, but I'm trying to create a new file only. File menu, new file. In this new file, you can write any Python logic. For example, I'm writing simple program A10 B20 C equal to A plus B and print what? C like this. Okay, fine. So this is my program. After writing the program, then you just save this file. Without saving, you cannot run. Look at this. Run module. It will not allow you to run because source must be saved. Okay to save. Let me close it and save separately. Like I'm saving this file menu and save and go to the desktop location again. I'm giving this time the file name is sample.py. .py extension is mandatory. Then click on save. It works well. Now A10 B20 C equal to A plus B print C, right? So run module now. So we are getting the 30 is the result. So here no need to go to command prompt again to run this application. Directly open ideally, create new file with the .py extension. Okay, write how much code you want and save it and run it. Only one location is possible. So this is option number three you have. So, but all these three options, just one time you just practice it and leave it, because I'm not going to continue any one of these options which I shown right now. I always recommend to use this editor like PyCharm editor only, sir. Okay, so using PyCharm editor. So this is the editor which we can use. Most of the people are use oftenly. But if you ask me, if not PyCharm, then what will you suggest, sir? I'll suggest that Visual Studio Code. That is also better. Okay, so Visual Studio Code or PyCharm. But other editors also there, right? Like Jupyter, Spider, Atom, okay, and Anaconda distribution, or else Edit Plus, NetBeans, Eclipse. So many tools are there. But Jupyter, Spider, Atom, these are used especially for who are working with Python with the data science. So I recommend for them Jupyter or Spider. And but exclusive Python programmers like Python full stack developers, then I recommend to use PyCharm. But
Mohan,
yeah, tell
one
me.
doubt is there. In interactive mode, if I want to run the script, means
Hmm.
I need to type by hand, then I need to execute. Is it possible, right?
Yeah, possible. Directly, instantly it's executing, right? When we press enter, then it will be executed. You can type how much code and press enter and directly it will give the output.
Okay, why I'm asking, suppose I have the kind of a framework in there, I
Hmm.
need to check only small piece of the code. And it could be a function, it could be on formula, it could be on any small application
Hmm.
where I will import that one as a file. I will pass the parameter, I will check the result. So
Hmm.
it's the only point. Instead of this one, the script, I don't want entire script, entire framework, and I need to test entire the framework, one part of that few lines. So
That is
in
what
that case,
interactive mode exists. Interactive mode is just for testing and leave it purpose, not continuously write the code and
mhm,
keep on run the code. Just testing purpose, we recommend interactive mode. And from completely application oriented, you want to write multiple layers like multiple Python files. One file need to be interact with other file means go for any other editors like ideally with new file, all these things we can include, no problem.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So in PyCharm editor, now PyCharm editor, I'm going to launch PyCharm editor now, observe carefully. But make sure that one thing is important, uh, you have to remember, no matter what editor you are going to set up, like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code or any other editor, before going to set up, first you should check in your computer Python exists or not. So if Python not installed in your computer, but if you go through PyCharm or any editor setup, you can do the Python programming, but interpreter will not be there. So interpreter, due to interpreter not available, then you cannot able to run your Python code. So first thing you must and should install Python software and check whether your computer or laptop is having Python software exist or not. Once you get the confirmation, then go for other editor setup only. Now already in my computer Python software is there, so I'm going to do the setup of PyCharm. How to get this PyCharm editor? You should download it. From where? There is an official website is there like jetbrains.com. So from that website, I'm going to download and install. But meanwhile, I'll do one thing. In my computer already PyCharm is there. So let's uninstall it. Now you can see just going back to control panel and I will like to uninstall PyCharm editor here. Let's click on uninstall and there is a PyCharm editor. Now you can see this is PyCharm community editor uninstall. Just because of to show you installation procedure step by step how it will be. So that you can also do setup from your end today only. So let's do that uninstall. Delete this already existing things and uninstall. Yes, it's almost done. It's uninstalling. Right, close it. So PyCharm editor is uninstalled. Now let's get it. How to get it means simply go to the Google search, type download PyCharm only. Once you click on download PyCharm, there you can see the first link, jetbrains.com. So click on this link and wait a minute. Here two options are there, sir. One option is PyCharm unified product, the only Python IDE you need. So free forever, yes. But what is free? Not professional editor. So plus 1 month of pro included means 1 month only you can able to use professional features. Okay, professional feature means you can develop Django, REST API, Flask, and other applications. Lot of built-in libraries. Okay, auto intelligence, all advanced features will be included in professional. But only 1 month professional version will come. After 1 month, evaluation period will be expired. Again, you need to buy it from JetBrains community. So this you can go if you want to look and feel how it is professional editor 1 month purpose, you can go with this one. Or else you can slowly scroll down. Below there is one more edition is there, community edition. So this is PyCharm community edition. This IDE for pure Python development. So I recommend this one. It's completely free, built on open source. So no expiration, no evaluation period will be expired continuously. You can use it for pure Python only. But what about Django and REST API and Flasks per? Will I use like professional editor? No, professional editor need to be purchased, right? So that's what my plan is to do what at the time of Django, REST API, Flask. Okay, in this context, I can use Visual Studio Code, VS Code only we use. So that means that is the better option so that you will get the knowledge how to use PyCharm as well as Visual Studio Code, both the way you will get. Or else if you have license with PyCharm Professional, you can use PyCharm Professional, no problem. So I'm going with PyCharm Community Edition. Click on download and immediately within few seconds, it will be complete the download option. So after that, you can try to install it. Let's see here, it is downloading. It takes few seconds. So this is also lightweight software. Only minimum 2.5 GB is required. Enough space is required in C drive. In which drive you are installing that drive, 2.5 GB is required, sir. Almost done it is. Yeah. Let's close this. And now go to the downloads option. And here PyCharm Community 2025, double click on it. And simply you just go with the flow, next, 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 install it. So whenever you double click on it, installation procedure, do you want to allow this app to make changes your device means say yes. Then it will open the wizard. So now you can see, welcome to PyCharm Community Edition setup. Click on next. And it will automatically redirect to C drive location. It will install in C drive only. But in this C drive, the enough space is required like 2.2 GB is required. Okay. So this is, or if you want to go to another drive, you can browse it and choose the location where do you want to install. Better to install C drive only. Click on next. And here, wait. This I'm activating all the checkboxes. Creating desktop icon purpose, I'm activating this first checkbox. And updating the path or environment variable setting purpose, I'm using update path variable checkbox. And the menu options purpose, I'm using this one. And then most importantly, that is .py extension, sir. If you don't activate this checkbox every time in PyCharm editor, when we create new Python file, the .py extension you should give from your side. But if I give here, so no need to give every time .py extension. So automatically just give the file name, that's enough. Because here a .py file I'm adding clearly. So every time no need to give .py extension file for your Python programs. So click on next and click on simply install. So this is also a lightweight software, so it won't take much more time to install here. So from now onwards, I'm going to use this editor only. So what is the advantage if we use this editor means? So this editor is completely GUI based, means graphically user interface. And then in this editor, if you write any program like Python program, so automatically while writing the code, some IntelliSense options will be there. IntelliSense means some pop-up windows will come in the middle of the writing code. So whatever you are looking exactly the method name or variable name or function name that all available in the IntelliSense that we can able to get it from the IntelliSense only. So writing code will become faster here. And also if you start using this PyCharm editor, the error indications will be there. If we do any mistakes, instantly the error indication will show you. So line number, there is some error is there. So this is completely user friendly. And if you use PyCharm, debugging like tracing Python program line by line execution also will be easy. So all the facilities are there. In the initial practice, if you do with proper editor, then once you get a knowledge with Python syntaxes and all, then you can move to any editor like Notepad or ideally or anywhere. So there we can able to write it. So without having the prior knowledge of syntactical rules and regulations of Python, so you don't go for first three options which I have shown. Now you can see these three interactive mode, script mode ideally. So it's almost finishing, sir. No, done. So once it finished the setup, it will ask you to restart your system. So if you want to restart now, you can use it, or if you can manually do it later. Okay. So I want to manually restart later. So click on finish and close. Now it's time to launch PyCharm editor. So how the look and feel it is there. So how to create Python programs and files, how to execute, I'll tell you step by step. Let's open PyCharm editor now. So if you want to open PyCharm editor, simply there is a desktop icon already created at the time of installation. I have selected checkbox PyCharm Community Edition here. Or else simply go to the search box and type PyCharm, and there also you will be able to see PyCharm Community. So once the moment I click on it, now you can see we will be able to open the PyCharm editor window. So this is the look and feel of PyCharm Community 2025. And it will ask the import Visual Studio Code or something like I don't want import, skip the import. So let's open. Yeah, first time when we open the PyCharm editor, you will get these options are welcome to PyCharm, new script option, new project option, open and clone repository. So these are the options are there. So if we select first option, that means you are choosing a new script file, means only one file creation purpose, option number one. Exclusively, this is Python file purpose, not project. If you want to create a project, means a folder, okay, that you can select second option, new project. It's a folder actually. So you need to create a project folder with project name. Once you create a project for folder now, so later you can add any number of files into the project folder. Now today I'm going to create one project folder with the proper name like Python project 4pm. So as long as we are using this folder, we can add many number of Python files and show the programming output only. So if you select second option, it's a project folder. Third option means open means if you have already project folder existing in your computer, then you can open it. Or else you want to collect the code from GitHub repository or version control system, so you can use this fourth option. I'm selecting second option for creating new project. Click on it. Once you click on it, you will be navigate into the next window. So in the left hand side, there is a pure Python is there already selected. And this location is C drive, users, computer name, and PyCharm projects folder. All the Python projects in this computer will store default PyCharm projects only. And the project name is Python project. By default, it's created. And I want to change the project folder name is Python project 4 p.m. Okay. But notice this already before this PyCharm setup, I have downloaded and installed Python software, right? Through that, I got the Python 3.13 interpreter is added automatically. This is interpreter setting. Now you can click on create. So it's creating a Python project folder with the name Python project 4 p.m. sir. Now you can see what's new in PyCharm is there. You can close this. Now adjust this windows, no problem. And it is updating all the files and folders. Now in the left hand side window, you will see Python project 4 p.m. project folder only there here. But this area is completely writing code window. You need to create separate file and write this code window here. And we don't have any Python files right now, right? Only we created project folder. How to add a Python files to this project folder means simply right click on Python project 4 p.m. and go to the new option. And there are two options are there in front of you. One is Python file, next one is normal text file. What is the difference between these two, Python file and text file? If you choose the second one, normal file, it is a text file, right? So every time you have to give the file name along with the .py extension from your end only. But if you choose Python file, already we are selecting Python file, so no need to give the .py extension. Directly, it will be Python file only. So once again, I'm showing right click on project folder, go to new Python file and give the name of the file test or any name. .py is not compulsory. Press enter, automatically test.py file added to the project folder. So this is your first program. Program file name is test.py file. In this, you can write the code. But when the moment I start write the code PRI, so immediately you can see print function is coming, right? The moment when I use PRI means print function is coming clearly. Yes. So you can collect this print function from IntelliSense only, sir. Now you can see print print. Okay, this is print function. Now you can type something what you want. Hello. So when if you want to execute this program like test.py, how to do this? Right click on test.py file and click on run test. There is an option called run test option is there. Click on run test. Now you can see hello is the output window. This is output window. This is the writing code window. And here it left hand side project folder and files window here only. So this is program. But if you add any extra lines of code here, print welcome. Now you can say print welcome. Now this time print hello and print welcome, right? But every time if you do any changes in the code, is that required to run like this? Right click and test.py run test? No. It's already you have executed one time, right? Test. And if you have any updation here, code updation, just refresh it by using here rerun test only. Rerun means output, updated output also you will see this in this. But what about this editor or program file font? Font will be small size, right? Yes. You can increase the font size also, and you can change the background color theme also. Yes, both are possible, sir. So how to change background theme and font size means simply go to the settings. Here there is a main menu option is there, left hand top corner, and expand that. And there is a settings option is there. Click on settings. Once you click on settings, in the left hand side, you will see appearance option is there. Appearance and behavior. Already appearance was selected. And the theme is default theme is dark theme only. Expand that light theme and light with light header, high contrast, dark color, get more themes, all this theme. I'll select light only for visibility purpose. And also, if you want to increase or decrease the font size of the editor, so there is a editor option is there. Click on the editor option and you will have the font option is there. Click on the font and font size is by default 13. Let me take 18 only. So let me increase the font size. Click on OK. So the editor look and feel completely change. So background theme is light color and font size also increment. And this code is output window here. Or else you can see, wantedly I'm doing some mistakes. I'm not closing bracket properly, right? I'm making error. So whenever the moment when I don't close or forget to close the bracket, instantly what is the reaction? You can see the underline red squigglies are there in test.py project folder and test.py like this only. Okay. So still you can run it again. So there is a clear line number indication is there. Line number 2, print, syntax error, bracket was never closed, it is saying. So that means there is a problem at line number 2. So you have to rectify. Once I close this bracket, then error is gone. So indication is not there. So it will work now. So this is just a clear error indications and which line number error is there also it is going to be shows to you. Now next what my plan is to do, let's add a new file. Only not test.py. I'm adding new file, sir. Let's add new file again. Right click, new file, test1.py. It's my new file. But in this new file, I'm writing some logic like A10, B20, C equal to A plus B, and then print what C like this. Just I'm using this logic. But whenever you run the application, if you want to run this test.py, first time every new file you must and should do like this only, sir. Right click and test only. You cannot refresh it because already previous file was executed, right? Previously, test.py. When we rerun this, test.py only executing now. But I need to run a new file that is test1, right? So to run this test1, compulsory we need to right click on it and test1, run test1. Or else there is a drop down list is there. Any number of any file you can select it and click on this run option also, no problem. But now observe here. This program is look like uh, 8 and B20 is equal to A plus B. That is correct format because we are getting output. But it is not in standard format actually. So there is a Python software foundation is having a PEP. PEP means Python Enhancement Proposal Standard. Okay. Python Enhancement Proposal. This Python Enhancement Proposal standards are some are there, but you are not following the standards while writing the code. But how do you know means whenever you use proper editor like PyCharm editor, you will come to know whether it is in standard way or not. So let's see when we place mouse pointer here. So they are saying clearly PEP8, missing white space around operator. They are saying missing white space around operator. Okay, what does it mean? So there is a operator symbol that is equal to left side of the operator. You should give some what we can say space, and right side of the operator also we should give some space, sir, actually. So when we use this one, when we use this one, so when we place mouse pointer, then there is no warnings. Okay, fine. So first, if I go to like this, go back, but every time, for example, you have already written the 20, 30 lines of code, but how I can do format, correct format means simply when we place mouse pointer and reformat the file, total program will be rearranged here. That means what? It's arranging clearly, uh, correct format only here, correct format. So this is standard way. So there is no warnings according to the PEP Python enhancement proposal standard, right? So if we start use a proper editor like PyCharm editor, these are the advantages. So whether you are following or approaching standards or not. So everyone will write the code, but proper standard need to be maintained. So professional programmers always they used to maintain some standards like this only. But if you write code in Notepad or other editors, so that don't suggest you whether you are following standard format or not. So any warnings, no warnings. Here in PyCharm, there is clear warnings if you don't follow the standards clearly here. So this is one of the technique and many more techniques also there in the editor. So that's the reason why I am asking to use a proper editor. So initial learning of Python, sir. So this is PyCharm editor launching. From here onwards, I'm always used to PyCharm editor only throughout our Python core and advanced level programming topics all. So this is user friendly and error indications, intelligence. Okay, any mistakes or you are doing, instantly it will say that mistakes you are doing while writing the programs only you can correct it and run it. So this is PyCharm editor introduction and launching options. Okay, so that's all about the today demo session. And you have still one more demo. You can feel free to attend tomorrow also. Then after tomorrow, then this link will not work. And only if you want to continue my lectures after tomorrow onwards, like Friday and Saturday continuously, then you should contact to Durgasoft to enroll for this course. Only enrolled students will get a new link from day after tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow you have one more demo. It's a free demo. You can use the same link and join at 4 p.m. After tomorrow, if you want to continue with my lectures, you must enroll for this course. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding this session, you can feel free to ask me. You can get the recording videos of this also because once already two demo sessions completed, right? So that two demo session, this is the third demo. These recordings also there, they'll upload in YouTube channel. But anyway, once your enrollment process is over, I'll collect the mail IDs from them and I can start sharing these 5 videos, 4 video demos along with this material. You will see that core Python PDF material I'll send completely to your mail. This is the material which I want to send first initially, core Python. This is next. Once I start advanced Python programming, this PDF you will receive. But the video lectures I'll upload into Google Drive folder only. Once I share the folder to you, and every day session after, I'll place the recorded video in that folder. So automatically you will receive that daily recorded video.
Hi Mohan, do you cover this in advanced Python, the Python matplot?
Yeah, Matplotlib, NumPy, Pandas. This is data analysis programming.
Okay.
We'll cover it. It is there in our syllabus.
And anything with
Even
data science kind of
even in database connectivity programs also there, but not in deep whatever the data science related, because I'm not a data science trainer. So
okay.
whatever the data analysis programming, basic analysis and visualizations, data visualizations, because we are going to deal with data mostly in Python also, data structures. We are going to supply the data with Python data structures to the Matplotlib. That is going to be take the data from Python inputs and it will visualize.
The GUI part, Python GUI.
GUI in the sense tkinter you need, right?
Tkinter, yes, yes.
Yeah. Tkinter actually uh, that is not at all required, but people are asking. But in the initial days of Python, when I was teaching like Python initial days, I covered a lot of tkinter, but they are not going to use at all in anywhere. But until and unless you want to
Okay.
use any product-based forms like window forms,
Yeah,
desktop applications, tkinter is required. If you want
I
me to
totally agree
cover,
with you. Okay,
yeah.
I totally agree with you. The GUI most of the time, then nobody will use this one.
Yes.
And this one. And an advanced concept kind of generators, decorators,
It's
and
there.
reading.
It's
It's
there. You can check once in our syllabus copy so that you will get clarity. So
there.
if anything you don't find, you just let me know that I'll include whatever you are expecting that.
And this is a bit, just a little bit more around the OOPS concept. So how much OOPS concept you are going to cover on in advance? And at in-depth of OOPS
In depth.
concept?
Yes, in-depth OOPS concepts, everything is there. Encapsulation, features, polymorphism, overloading, overriding. Okay, and inheritances, reusability, security, lot of things are there.
Why I'm looking on that one. So once
Hmm.
if you whatever concept the syllabus you're there, so we need to in real time scenario we need to develop a framework. So for developing a framework, OOPS concept is very mandatory here, and
Obviously.
we because in the small example, 1 or 2 example, we'll get to know small basic examples. But if you go in depth, this is concepts are same, but how you call, how the data processing from the one class to another class, and main class, child class, and these kind of the concepts.
That's
So
the inheritance concept, that is.
inheritance concepts.
Mm.
So in there, you will also provide lot of example also for that one.
Sure, sure. How many examples you need, that many I can provide.
Okay.
And recorded videos will be there lifetime. YouTube channel, there is only 4 5 demo videos are there for mine. For every
They
new.
said these videos are only valid for 6 months.
No, no. They always said like that only because many of the trainers from DurgaSoft who are conducting online sessions for different technologies, they only give the 6 months only. So they thought that my side also 6 months. But I said many times to them, change my at least my batches, means they are not changing. So no problem because I am only giving the accessing role. So lifetime access will
Okay.
be their videos folder.
Okay, good.
In YouTube, the videos only 4 5 will be there for every session, every demo sessions. Then after that,
Mhm.
every video will come from my mail ID through only.
Okay.
And Sirisha, you can contact DurgaSoft, then they'll send the syllabus copy to you so that you will get clarity on the syllabus. Please contact DurgaSoft immediately. So how you got the link through which mail, you can send the message to them so they'll interact with you.
And this in Python and Python Advanced, what about the data access? You will take a classes on the SQL queries and how to read how to update on SQL queries and all on this Python
Yes,
Advanced.
SQL queries only we write. So which is MySQL or MS SQL. We choose
Okay.
basic CRUD operations, but maximum operations will be covered in Django because Django is a web development. We will prepare
Okay.
user interfaces design and user can input the data in text boxes, validation after we
Okay.
need to store the data into database, all this.
Okay. That will happen after this 45 days. Am I right?
Obviously, for 45
Yes.
days
That
to
is the
50 working days
50.
after Python, Django project development, then all things will be covered. Because once we start Django, everything we need to do with the database only.
Okay. That is got it.
Hi sir, this is Ravi Kiran. I have one doubt. సో
Tell me.
ఇప్పుడు మనము పైథాన్ అండ్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్లో మనకి యాపిఎం టూల్ కూడా కవర్ చేస్తారా? ఓన్లీ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ వరకే కవర్ చేస్తారా?
Tools, what if the tool is related to what?
యాపిఎం టూల్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్.
No, we don't cover.
ఓకే.
Yeah. Please get the syllabus copy so that you will get clarity. So in that syllabus copy, you will find everything. In case if anything missing, which is really required to you, then you just please let me know if that is really need to teach in my curriculum, so I can include it. But I think everything is included according to the Python programming. But
What
until
about the regular expression? I did not found that regular expressions in your syllabus.
no, it's there.
Is
It's
there?
there.
Sorry, let me check. Let me check. Sorry,
Regular
Let me
expressions are
check.
important because
Important is
pattern and validations purpose, it is important. It's there.
oh
Hmm.
regular expression.
Regular expressions, multi-threading, decorator, generator,
Got
pandas,
it. Got it. Got
matplotlib, everything.
it. Okay, basic of regular expression. Non search match. In there also means the find also these are the functions, but if I want to match the content, so some content we need to extract from the real-time data. Some serial logs are there. In there, I need to extract particular strings, particular date, particular time, or kind of IP address. Those kind of filtering via that regular expression. So that also covered in these sessions.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Because there is a concept called scraping, that
Okay.
is web scraping. So while doing scraping, these expressions are required how you want to project the data into client mission after getting the data in different websites. web scraping concept. So getting the data from or scrap the data from different websites and
Web
format the data.
scraping. Okay, web scraping, I'm not aware of that one. So example, suppose if I go in my laptop command line, I will do IP configuration. So it will give the list of the IP, which IP is connected, which DNS, everything and all. Am I right? So I need to extract, first I will like read that command line in the string. Then from there, I will using the regular expression commands, I will extract whatever I need data. But then I'll compare with the required one.
That is possible, sir, because it is a part of regular expression only. All the pattern matching applications are there.
Okay.
So that's all for today. See you tomorrow. You can feel free to attend one more demo tomorrow also. Then after that, you can decide.
Thank you.